So, Dr. Sohail, you heard the discussion. So, what do you think is the message for our communities regarding the strategies to change these Islamophobic trends in the UK?
I think you have covered a very crucial topic today. And I must say, both you and Dr. Makhdum, as always, have been brilliant. The analysis, the analogies to the past events and the current, and especially the deep psychopathology of the British society, especially the far right, and the rhetoric that was allowed to fester for a long time, which actually, like a dragon seed, it has come now to sprout and to affect our beautiful country. United Kingdom undoubtedly is the most tolerant country in the world, and especially for Muslims and British Pakistani Muslims. This is our home. We are going to stay here. So that is the message that we have to give to everybody from all caste, color, and creed. Definitely, the Islamophobes, they would love to have a reaction from the Muslims. We have to be peaceful, we have to be tolerant, we have to support the law enforcement agencies, we have to press on to our Muslim or British Pakistani leaders to come up and to snatch this narrative.
And also to create the nationalism towards Britain rather than thinking about the Pakistani politics, like Dr. Makhdum was saying.
And
Yes, sure.
what I would say is that even if it is not nationalism, then at least our affirmation and our compliance with and respect of the core British principles of democracy. So there should not be a single Pakistani living in Britain or British Pakistani living here who should not subscribe to the notion of democracy, because that is the core.
Yeah, that's true. I think all Muslims, they definitely subscribe to, and they from their hearts really, the British value. That's why they're here. And the British values, so first of all, the tolerance, and then the rule of law, and the democracy, and freedom of opinion, and also respect. It is very important.
But I mean, aren't we fortunate that the views that we are seeing from a very small fraction of people, it's not like a widespread, because 2/3 people still, they are sensible and they know that it's nothing to do with the religion Islam. It's just the way some evil people with evil thoughts.
There is one, Sohail, I think there is one factor that I think Muslims have always miscalculated, especially in Britain. No establishment, no government tolerates being intimidated, because once they get intimidated, their moral authority is totally compromised. So, like the Rushdie affair. Now, no anti-Semitic book can be published anywhere. If it is published in Europe, there is a 4-year jail. There was this professor, historian, who got 4 years, a British historian, who got 4 years jail in Germany. Now, there was no violent protest by the Jewish communities in Europe. It was how they all had, in a cohesive manner, took legal action, got the best lawyers from the United States, argued cases against him, sort of enlisted media, enlisted everything. Whereas in the Rushdie affair, we were burning books, we were, there was a lot of anger and so on. So we were trying to intimidate people in terms of saying this is very bad, it is blasphemous. But what happened? There was double downing by the establishment saying, well, we will not be intimidated and we will, fight you or fight this intimidation. Now, my feeling is that we could have actually become far more effective had we acted in a more considered manner and intellectually, politically, media wise argued a narrative of such, blasphemy being so hurtful.
And
So
it's
I
these,
think that we tend to do this. So, like, like in the protests, so most of the protests that happen, which are peaceful protests, people have respect for that. The
and
moment you
these
start
violent
chanting and
protests, they go against the teachings of Islam. Islam is a
violent
very
or
peaceful religion.
aggressive, and which is disrupts people's lives, blocking roads, doing this, that, and the other, you lose sympathy. People are losing their daily wages. There are workers going for, so like in Manchester, after this, people stopped, they blocked roads, they blocked trams.
Yeah.
That is not the way. Go silently, quietly, as they did in front of the police station. That was the right way to do it.
I think it's all about educating people, bringing awareness, respect for the rule of law, because that we are humans, we're not animals. We can have dissenting voices, we can have differences of opinions, and we can have a unity in with diversity. I think there's a lot to be said, and I'm sure that we'll continue with that. But I think I have to say that it was a really awe-inspiring conversation that I had privilege to watch earlier, and I'm sure that will inspire a lot of other people, and everybody is an ambassador for Islam or Pakistani in the society as well as for Britain, because we are one and we will never be broken, and all of these hoodlums or the gangsters who are trying to divide people, they will be defeated with the help of the Britain
Inshallah.
again. Okay, thank you.